Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. This is the first time I've ever done, but I thought it would be a good subject to cover for you. So today I'm going to be talking about how to infiltrate the cosplay community. Um, this is kind of a difficult subject for people that are just starting out. Like it seems like conventions just pop up kind of randomly. So where's a good place to look and be, warned about where the next conventions are going to take place? So I'm going to help you out with that. A good place to start looking is just as easy as Facebook. So if you type in the little search bar what you are interested in, whether it's anime or comics or video games, you might have to do a little bit of digging because there are a lot of more private events that people have forgotten to mark as private. And the way you can kind of distinguish those is that if the interested amount of people are under 100 people, usually that means that it's more of a private thing. But if it reaches more up towards 500 to 2,000, then you have a good idea that it's a serious event happening. So that's the easiest way to do it. And from there, I suggest that when you look at the Facebook page with the event on it, that you actually go through it and read it, not only to get the information about the time and the date and where it's going to be, but also check out what people are saying about the event. If it's more of a group and people are able to leave comments, go ahead and read the comments, especially if you're planning on coming dressed up or if you're a photographer. Then, just go ahead and read through the comments to see if there are people that are going to wear costumes that are characters that go along with your costume. In that case, I suggest that you shoot them a quick message saying that you're going to be somebody matching their character and asking if they would like to meet up at the convention or at the meeting. So that you guys can take some better pictures together. When you show up, chances are that people are going to put two and two together and ask you guys to be posing together anyway. So it's just a fun little thing and an easier way to make friends. If you're a photographer, if you see any characters that you're particularly interested in shooting, then I suggest you do the same thing. You send them a quick message and ask if they have time to do a longer shoot, something like 10 minutes or 30 minutes instead of them just giving you, the standard 5 minutes to shoot. That way you can get much better, much more interesting pictures. Something else that's kind of good to know is the difference between a convention and a gathering. A gathering is usually something that will only take place for one day, usually for just a couple hours, and it's usually just photographers and cosplayers, and that's kind of where people go to get a wide variety of cosplay photography done without much sales going on, and it's usually only about 1,000 people there. And so if you're just a casual convention goer, I suggest that you start out with going to convention, and then if you start being more interested and wanting to meet these cosplayers or participating in cosplay, then I suggest that you go to some gatherings. But if you're not looking to take photos or get your photo taken, then the gatherings can be maybe a little bit boring. There's one more place where I suggest that you guys can look, and especially if you live in California, that would be conventionscene.com. They're very diligent about the conventions in California, but you can also select other places in the U.S. and find just any conventions that go on for that year, and that's a way to really stay on top of things. Also, if you just Google conventions and you include the state that you're living in, a lot of the times Google will just filter down the most important ones. Like, for instance, coming up soon for me here in California is going to be the Christmas in the Park gathering on December 17th and the SAC Winter Anime Con on January 7th. And it's just that easy, finding out where you can find new conventions and things. So, thank you guys for listening. I just wanted to keep you updated, and hopefully you guys can hear from me again. And if you're interested in seeing a couple more of these, just go ahead and leave a comment and a like. And don't forget to check out my social media. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.